Audio Jungle.
Hopewell Police seek divine intervention for 2025. The Hopewell Police Station, in collaboration with several church groups, the Hanover Police Community Safety and Security Branch, and residents of Hopewell, Hanover, hosted a police and citizens morning devotion in Hopewell Town Square. This initiative aims to strengthen community ties and combat crime in the area. The early morning event, spearheaded by the Hopewell Police Station, saw participation from several local residents, with occasionally passerbys joining in the praise and worship. Corporal Marlando Garden of the Hanover Police Headquarters delivered a sermon during the gathering. Inspector Nadine Murray Brown, the commanding officer for Hanover Police Area Zone 1 and officer in charge at Hopewell Police Station, told reporters in a post-event interview that the initiative seeks to improve the crime situation across the parish through religious engagement. The year 2024 was not what we wanted in terms of the crime situation within the parish, so we decided to strengthen our partnership with the residents of Hopewell. We are not disappointed with this effort, as we have reached some of the people we wanted to, she stated. Inspector Murray Brown explained that whilst crime statistics for Hanover showed a 33% decrease in murders in 2024 over the previous year, 3 murders were recorded in Hopewell area, with the parish police team found unacceptable. That is why I say 2024 was not the year we were hoping for. We wanted to end the year on a good note with no murders in Hopewell. Since that did not happen, we are starting 2025 on a positive note, she explained. The Morning Devotion Initiative is just one of the several community events planned for the Hopewell Police for 2025. Inspector Morborn emphasized that the message delivered during the devotion is expected to resonate with the residents, fostering a peaceful community. We in Hopewell want a peaceful 2025. We do not want to contribute to the parish murder statistics. We want our residents to feel safe, our children to live peacefully, and everyone to experience a violence-free life, she affirmed. Reverend Ronald Webster, resident pastor at the Hopewell Missionary Church, offered prayers for the police officers at the station and praised the initiative, describing it as a divine intervention for the community of Hopewell. It is always good for residents and the police to come together like this. Let's face it, if we are going to address the crime and violence in our parish, it requires a clear partnership between the community and the police, as demonstrated by this initiative, he stated. Reverend Webster noted that the interaction between the police and the community during the event is a positive step towards maintaining a crime-free society. This initiative is a good start. It may not solve all the problems, but it lays a strong foundation, he remarked. If we continue on this path, I am certain we will see greater collaboration and involvement between citizens and the police, which should lead to improved relationships. He further explained that the event allows police officers to interact with residents they do not regularly encounter and vice versa. Such engagement, he stated, strengthened the relationship between the police and the community. Reverend Webster, a long-standing advocate for community engagement, underscored the importance of mutual involvement by residents and police officers in creating a safer environment for all. Fight not over. Alfred Grayson, the Oates Dean of Discipline at Hopewell High School in Hanover, is heading to the Privy Council after the Court of Appeal upheld a Supreme Court ruling denying him request for a judicial review of his dismissal. It is December 2024 ruling. The Court of Appeal stated the approach of the appellate court in matter involving the exercise of a judge's discretion is well settled. This court will not disturb such a decision unless in the exercise of that discretion that learned judge erred on a point of law or her interpretation of the facts. In an anonymous decision, that court added, having found no basis on which to interfere with the learned judge's exercise of her discretion, the appeal should be dismissed and cast to the respondent. But on Friday, attorney at law Hugh Wellman, who is representing Grayson, told reporters that his client has instructed him to escalate the matter to the Judicial Committee of the United Kingdom Privy Council. He, Grayson, does not accept the court agrees that he should have been allowed to call his witness during the disciplinary hearing, which the panel refused, and still dismisses his appeal. He has given me instructions to start the process to take this to the Privy Council, stated Wellman. I will be doing that shortly because he believes the ruling is contradictory, added Wellman. Grayson was appointed to the post of Dean of Discipline at Hopewell High School on January 1, 2018. Shortly after, issues arose surrounding the lack of punctuality, absence from the school compound without permission during work hours, and the non-submission of reports required by the Ministry of Education. In a series of written communications, the principal reminded Grayson of the hours of work and encouraged him to make adjustments on his punctuality matter and stop leaving the campus during work hours to attend or to do other duties elsewhere. In an oral response to the allegation, Grayson indicated to the principal that his lack of punctuality was due to his sending the students to school, which was part of his job description. In a letter dated March 2019, the chairman of the school board wrote to Grayson indicating that he was charged with neglect of duties, inefficiency, persistent unpunctuality, and professional misconduct. Grayson was also informed that a hearing was scheduled before the personnel committee and that a friend or an attorney could accompany him. At the hearing, when questioned about his absence from school compound on regular days, Grayson, who represented himself, claimed that the principal had given him permission, but the principal denied this. Grayson further told the hearing that on two of those occasions being complained about, he had left the compound in the company of the school's nurse to transport a sick child to hospital. He indicated that the nurse could be called to substantiate his evidence. But the committee's chairman stated that there was no need to call the nurse as a witness, as the committee had accepted the aspect of Grayson's evidence. The committee found Grayson guilty of the charges and recommended that he be dismissed. Grayson took the matter to the court and argued that his dismissal was illegal, as he was denied the opportunity of calling witnesses to support his defense against the charges, as this was refused by the personnel committee. He further argued that the decision to terminate his employment was illegal, null and void, and of no effect. But when the matter was heard in the Supreme Court, Justice Anne-Marie Nemard refused to rely on declarations sought by Grayson and rejected his claim for judicial review. Justice Nemard found that although the chairman of the committee which heard the case erred in not allowing Grayson to call the school's nurse as a witness, based on the uncontradicted evidence of his unprofessional conduct, any tribunal which reheard the matter would, in all likelihood, arrive at the same conclusion as the school board. The judge further determined that the committee had breached Regulation 57 by refusing Grayson's application to call the nurse as a witness. She also considered whether that ruling affected the fairness of the proceedings and concluded that based on the circumstances it did not. The learned judge concluded that no justice had been done to the appellant Grayson, as given his position, his gross dereliction of his duty, and his responses at the hearing before the committee, dismissal was the only just result. Her approach cannot be flaunted, declared the Court of Appeal in its judgment. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.